All right, guys, I recently saw a video that made me do this one here, and that is all about testing slot machine theories and myths. Is it possible to do that? Is it scientific? Let's get into it today. All right, guys, welcome back to the Gamble Smart channel. My name is Mark. I'm a slot technician as well as a software engineer and an avid slot machine player, just like you guys. Today, we're talking about something that we really haven't touched on before, and that is testing slot machine theories and myths. Is there a way to actually do it? And is there a way to not do it? So we're going to talk about all that today, and we're also going to answer a lot of myths and theories that people have out there and kind of give you some understanding as to why they may be true or they may be false. All right, guys, we're going to do something that you can do at home to help wrap your mind about all this probability and mathematical stuff, okay? This will really break it down and make it easy to understand. So get a 52 card deck, just a normal deck. I've got my Red Raiders cards here. It's where I went to school, so here we go. Now, let's say that the target card is a 4 of diamonds, okay? I just picked one at random here. So what are the odds of pulling out the 4 of diamonds, right? It's 1 in 52. How do we know that? Well, there's 52 cards in this deck, and there's only one 4 of diamonds, so that makes it 1 in 52 chance. But let me shuffle and then pull out a card, okay? And let's see what that card's gonna be. It's the 2 of clubs. Now, I didn't pick the 4 diamonds, so this card goes back into the deck, and I shuffle again. Okay, so I'm shuffling again. I'm going to pull out another card, and what that is going to be is 3 of diamonds. So, still didn't get it. Has the odds changed? No, they have not. It is still 1 in 52 to pull out that 4 of diamonds. But here's the part that people get locked up on. They think, oh, if I just shuffle it 50 more times, I'm going to end up getting that 4 of diamonds within that 52 because that's the odds. The answer is no. You could shuffle this 300 times, 400 times, and still not get the 4 of diamonds. But that does not mean that the probability of pulling out that card has changed. It's an average, okay? So you would have to shuffle and pick a card out. Imagine, just like a slot machine, you would have to shuffle and pull a card out 10 million times before you see that average of 1 in 52 take place. I could have gotten it off the first one. Here, I did another one, still didn't get it. But sometimes you're going to get it in the first 10 pulls. Sometimes you're going to get it in the first 90 pulls. Sometimes it takes 300 pulls before you get it. But the average is always the same, remains constant. It's 1 in 52. So think about this when it comes to a slot machine. They work exactly the same way. So let's say that the odds of hitting the 3 double diamonds is 1 in 46,000. That's roughly what it actually is on a double diamond machine. So to get to 3 double diamonds, 1 in 46,000 spins. That does not mean that you will get it in that amount of time. You may play 100,000 spins and not get it, but you could get lucky and play it in 10 spins and get it, right? It's the probabilities that stay constant, okay? The reason I'm telling you about this now, because it's going to make a lot more sense when we start talking about testing for these theories, which we're going to get into right now. All right, guys, so I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about testing theories on time of day or taking the ticket in and out, playing with your player's card, taking the player's card out, things like this. The problem with this is that you don't have a large enough sample size to make that determination, and that's where people slip up. So if you were, just do this the next time you're in a casino. Put your player's card in, spin it 10 times, record your results, then take your player's card out, do it another 10 times, and record your results. Now do that another 100, 200, 10,000 times, okay? You're not going to see any patterns in that situation because there is none. There's none to explore. Player's card makes no impact on the mechanical operation or the mathematical probabilities of the slot machine. But sometimes you feel like it's the truth because you made attempts to do it and you ended up with a positive result. And this is called confirmation bias. We've talked about this a lot on this channel also. And I'll put a card up here if you want to see a good video where we kind of really dive into that and the psychology behind it. It's really fascinating for you. But really what people need to understand is that you cannot test machines for these theories or myths in any kind of short term. What we just got through saying is it takes about 10 million pulls before the probabilities work themselves out. So you've seen some YouTubers out there talking about the 5-spin method as a way to test to see if the machine is a winning machine or not. It's completely false. It's too small of a sample size. You would need to do this over a period of millions of spins before you can make any determination on what the theoretical payback of that machine is. There's going to be times where it's paying a lot and times where it's not paying a lot, but it's all random, okay? You don't know when it's going to do that, and the machine doesn't know when it's going to do that, and it certainly doesn't change its programming along the way because of what has happened in the past. And this is a lot of where these myths come from, is because people treat such a small sample size as a confirmation of what is actually occurring, and that is not the case with slot machines. They do a great job, and I'm talking about the slot machines. These things do a great job of playing into that, and that's why so many of us believe in it and fall for it. But we're here to tell you that there's nothing you can do to test to see if these myths work or not by simply playing the machines. It's just not possible. What you need to do is do research. Listen to some of the things that we've talked about. Like I said, I'm a slot technician, and I've also worked with mathematicians and programmers behind the scenes that write the software for these games, and that is where I get my information from. But you need to do your own research. There is a lot of good data out there about how slot machines really work. We will link a PDF in the description below which talks about all this in detail. So if you really want to nerd out, go watch that or go look at that PDF and read it, and you'll understand exactly what I'm trying to say here. But the reason we tell you this, okay, and that's, a lot of people might say, well, why are you telling us this? Like, who the hell cares? why do we care if you're testing myths or not? Because you can make bad betting decisions or playing the wrong games or whatever the case is if you think that a myth is absolutely true, like the time of day or using your player's card or not, or waiting till the major gets really high before not playing it or playing it. Now, like things like that. You may be making betting decisions off of bad and misinformation, and we don't want you to do that because it could cause you to lessen your chances of walking out with cash or a winner, okay? And that's why we talk about what we do on this channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Again, do that deck of cards thing. I think you'll start to figure out what is actually going on in these slot machines, is that it's just probabilities. It doesn't mean 1 in 52. Just keep that in mind. It could take a long time. And do that for yourself. See how long it takes you to take out the 4 diamonds. You know, just keep shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. Yeah, I know it's boring. Put a movie on or something. And shuffle and shuffle until you pull out the 4 diamonds and see how long it took you to do that. And then continue to shuffle and do it a second time. It's not going to be anywhere close to the result that you had before. Probability. It's all about probabilities. All right, guys, I am Mark from Gamble Smart, Gamble Safe. We wish you the best out there, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.